Hey guys, Matthew here. So today I'll be going over another episode of once again which uniques to pick up, and we're going to be going over helmets. So I'm going to try to do it like the other one. Honestly, just tell you more just the ones I pick up and why I do pick them up to try to make it a little bit quicker of a video because there is a fair bit of helmets and there's not that many that are actually worth picking up. So Enzymite Peak and Enzymite Hold, that's the upgraded and the non-upgraded version. From the Prophecy, you don't pick those up. The Baron, I don't pick that up. There was a time where the Baron was worth a ton, and especially good rolls. Back when everybody played minion builds, but that's not the case anymore. The Formless Flame is from the Exhaust Breach, so you don't really have to expect this while mapping, so that's not too big of a deal. That being said, they're not worth that much either anyways. Hrimlord's Resolve, even with an amazing roll on all the rolls, is just not worth anything. Abyssus is one that you should always pick up and check the rolls and price check them, because a very bad Abyssus is typically not worth that much, but a very good Abyssus with a very high critical strike chance multiplier and a very low physical damage taken, or increased physical damage taken, will actually net you a good bit, up to multiple exalts actually. Always depends on the builds, always depends on the meta though. Formless Inferno is the upgraded version of the Formless Flame, so you don't have to worry about that either. It's from the Exhaust Breach, and you upgrade it with the Blessing of Zoth. Goldrim, typically anything under 35% all elemental resistances, I'm just not gonna sell. I will pick them up and identify them. If they're over 38% to all elemental resistances, I just throw them up for 2 chaos, and typically they sell pretty fast. That being said, at the beginning of a league or very early in the league, they can be worth a good amount, so be sure to check out your gold rims. Fairgrave's Tricorn, I don't pick those up. Heat Shiver saw a big boost in play because of this league, because of elemental hit. That being said, it's only when it becomes Frostferno that it's actually used, and the thing is, as you can see, most of the rolls don't actually follow. So as you can see, all these rolls, anything that doesn't stay the same doesn't follow. So basically any Heat Shiver can become a Frostferno, and then the mods in your Frostferno is only going to matter basically whenever you divine it. So in reality, Heat Shiver is not really worth picking up. Rat's Nest is worth picking up because a very good roll on the critical strike chance and rarity, but mostly critical strike chance, like a perfect roll or near perfect roll, can net you a few chaos, and even at the beginning of the league or earlier in the league can net you a good amount. So definitely pick up your Rat's Nest and identify them. That being said, anything under 72 critical strike chance is just not going to be worth it. Frostferno, like I said, is the Prophecy upgraded version of Heat Shiver. Sackawall's Flog is Bestiary, you don't have to worry about that. Starkanja, I do always pick up my Starkanjas. You identify them, and basically the worth is going to be determined by mostly the life roll. Obviously, the evasion roll plays a little bit in the equation, and the dexterity roll can play a little bit as well, but mostly the life roll. So anything under 95% life, or 90 plus 95 life, I'm just going to vendor. Especially later in the league, at the very early stages of a league, any Starkanja will sell, and a very good roll will sell it will be very expensive. So do pick up all Starkanjas even later in the league, because you want to identify them. That being said, like I said, anything under 95 life, just vendor. Alphas Owl, I don't pick those up. Obscurentis, I've actually never dropped one of those, I believe. Oh yeah, okay, because it's a Guardian of the Chimera drop, and I don't really do any bossing. That being said, Obscurentis is worth something always, and a good roll will be worth even more. So Obscurentis is definitely something you want to pick up if you're doing bossing. Crown of Thorns I don't pick up. Asenath's Mark, even a perfect roll on both attack and cast speed, is not worth anything, so I don't pick those up. Mark of the Red Covenant, I don't pick that up. Wraithlord, I don't pick it up. Dodre's Corn, I don't pick up. Asenath's Chant is the upgraded of Asenath's Mark, so it doesn't really matter. Martyr's Crown, upgraded version of Crown of Thorns, doesn't matter. Chittis Apex, I don't pick those up either. They're just not worth that much. That being said, if you get a good roll on all the rolls, like increased elemental damage and strength mostly, can be worth something, but typically I don't actually mess around with Chittis' Apex. Finumu's Toxin, Bestiary, you don't have to worry about that. Rhyme Gaze, I don't pick that up. Scold's Brittle, definitely something you want to pick up. That being said, it is locked behind a tournament league, so it's not like you're actually just going to drop it while mapping unless you're running a Xana mod or something of that sort, but definitely worth picking up. They're worth a little bit. Crown of Eyes. Crown of Eyes, there was a time where they were extremely expensive, one of the best helmets in the game. That being said, it's been nerfed to the ground, and it's just not exactly that amazing anymore. That being said, once again, a very good roll on all the rolls can net you a decent amount, so you can pick them up and identify them and see what you get. That being said, I just stopped picking them up because there's just so many rolls and it takes a long time to price check everything and stuff. So I just honestly just leave them on the ground at this point. Eber's unification is from the Pale Court, so you're not going to get that while mapping. That being said, if you run the Pale Court, they're worth something, so be on the lookout for those. Indigon is from Uber Elder, so you don't have to worry about that too much if you're just mapping. Ilfiben's Trickery is locked behind Tempest League as well. That being said, it is worth something, so if you ever drop it, pick it up, because they're definitely worth something. They're worth a good bit, actually. The Peregrine is the upgraded version of... Is it not? No, it's not. I'm stupid. The Peregrine is not something I'd pick up. It's just a leveling helmet, I guess. Dyed Bell and Dyed Bellow, I don't pick those up. Dyed Bellow being the upgraded version of Dyed Bell. But I don't mess with those. Don't pick them up. Skullhead, I don't pick that up. Black Sun Crest, I don't pick that up. Devoto's Devotion is the one that you always want to pick up and price check. Early in the league, like day 1, 2, 3, they're worth a lot, actually, and they're pretty common. Later down the road in a league, they're going to be worth something only if the rolls are good. Otherwise, it's only going to be like a chaos. Because the market does get very, very saturated quickly with Devoto's Devotions. But like I said, early in the league worth a lot, and afterwards it depends on the roll. The Bringer of Rain is kind of like in the same situation. Can be worth a fair bit early in the league because of Uber lab runners. People who do Uber lab running run the Sunder Bringer of Rain version of Sunder, basically. And they can do Uber lab at like level 70 with like 20 chaos investment. So on the first days of the league, the Bringer of Rain is actually very, very sought after and decently expensive. But after that, as the league goes on, honestly, the rolls are gonna matter the most as to what it's worth. But it's never going to be worth like an insane amount. The reason why it's worth so much early in the league for lab runners is because basically it gives you a free 7 link. Pretty much, because you get melee physical damage at level 18, which is really good. Then faster attacks at level 12, which is quite acceptable. And then some blind. And blind is amazing against, for example, Izaro when you're doing the lab. Because blind means it's a lot harder for them to attack you. And for things also like Argus, just amazing because he can't hit you. So things of that nature. So definitely very good for that matter. Honor Home I don't pick up. Veil of the Night I don't pick up. Mask of the Spirit Drinker is locked in the current Incursion League. Only from the Temple, I believe. That being said, I don't pick those up. Mind Spiral, I don't pick that up. Kitava's Thirst, I don't pick that up. Geoffrey's Crest, even a near perfect rolls on every single roll is just not worth anything. So I don't pick that up. Light Poacher, I only pick them up if they are 2-socket. Except early in the league. If it's very, very early in the league, I will pick up the 1-socket ones just because they're sought after even then. But as the league goes on, like right now, for example, I don't pick up any Light Poacher that's only 1-socket. Chrysian's Shidden is bestiary, you don't have to worry about that. Mask of the Stitched Demon is the upgraded version of Mask of the Spirit Drinker, you don't have to worry about that. Speaker's Wreath, I don't pick that up. The Brine Crown, definitely one you want to look out for. It's a pretty damn good helmet, honestly. It's always worth something as well, and the roll will matter a lot to what it's worth when it comes to the life and the cold resistance. So, make sure to price check your Brine Crowns properly. Broken Crown, I don't pick that up. Onscom Temp, I don't pick that up. Memory Vault is from a Guardian of Elder, so you don't really have to worry about that if you're just doing normal maps. That being said, I believe it's worth a little something, so do pick them up. Vol's Vision, it's only worth picking up to 4-socket and 4-link them, and then Val them, because it has the possibility of turning into Malachi's Vision, and Malachi's Vision is always worth a decent amount, not like crazy amount, but a decent amount, and then the rolls on it, if they're very, very good, can actually be worth quite a bit. So do pick up your Evol's Vision, 4-link them, and then Val them and hope for Malachi's Vision. If you brick them, no big deal. It's only like a few fusings and a Val Orb. Malachi's Simula, I don't pick that up. Lyricast, I don't pick up. The 3 Dragons, I don't pick up. The Goal, it's locked behind, which league is it again? Domination, yeah, there you go. It's locked behind Domination League, so you're not actually going to drop that while just mapping. That being said, if you do get your hands on one in a way or another, they're worth something. Crown of the Pale King, I believe that's also, yeah, that's also Tempest League. It's worth something, so you do, if you get them, want to, price check them and stuff. Gorgon's Gaze, I've actually never dropped one of those, and the wiki page doesn't really tell me where it's from or what it does. Maybe it's because it's bestiary, seems it was 3.2 or something. I don't know, but I did check, and they're not worth a whole lot. But if you get like a good life roll, they can be worth something. Pharaoh's Bite, bestiary league, don't have to worry about that. Mind of the Council, that is from the Prophecy Chain Unbearable Whispers, as you can see. Definitely a very good prophecy chain, and when you do finish it and you get the mask, it's worth a good amount actually. And the rolls on there will also make it be worth up to a very, very good amount. Not like a crazy amount, but the increased maximum mana as a percentage is actually very strong. So, always be on the lookout for the Unbearable Whispers prophecy change and finish it. Then we have Malachi's Awakening, which is the prophecy upgraded version of Malachi's Simula. And that can be worth a good amount as well, but it's not because of Simula. Simula is not worth anything. It's the prophecy itself that is pretty rare, which gives some worth to Malachi's Awakening. The Tempest Binding is locked behind Harbinger League, so you don't have to worry about that too much. You just have to get the 3 pieces and vendor them for the full on finished helmet. But if you do get your hands on a full finished helmet, they're worth something always. The Vertex is from Uber Ziri. It's never really worth that much because anybody who farms Uber Ziri knows that they drop all the time compared to any other Uber Ziri drop, which means the market gets extremely saturated extremely fast, but they can always be worth like a little bit, and then if you get like a decent roll on it, a little bit more than a little bit, but not that much honestly. And then Heretic's Veil, finally, I do pick those up because they're always worth a few chaos. The rolls don't matter all that much, but they do. And if you do get a better roll, then your 2, 3, 4 chaos can become like 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 10 or so. So definitely something you want to pick up. So that's pretty much it for the helmets. As you can see, when it comes to helmets, there's just a lot of them. And there's just not that many that I actually pick up or that are actually worth picking up at all. So it's something it's something you definitely want to consider whenever you're on the lookout for helmets when you're mapping, if things are actually worth picking up or not worth picking up. So anyways, that's my take on it. That's my opinion, as always. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned a little something. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you have any questions, always, or anything like I did a mistake or anything, or I missed something, be sure to let me know in the comments, because as I always say, I know quite a bit about the game, but I don't know everything about the game. And I can, totally 100% know that I've made mistakes, and if I make mistakes, then I will definitely, leave everybody know in the comments. And if someone points out a mistake I made, it's not a problem. And honestly, I appreciate it because it just gives me more knowledge, and then I can give the other people who watch the videos more knowledge. So anyways, that's going to be it for the video. Thanks for watching a whole lot, and that's going to be Matthew signing out until the next one. Hopefully you guys are super pumped for the 1 month race, and you got your plans and all that. Maybe I'll be making a video on my actual plans and how I intend to get super geared super quickly in the next 1 month race, but we'll see about that. So anyways, thanks for watching. Been rambling long enough, and I'll catch you in the next one.